You know what? My name is Rich Guzman. Welcome to Ace of Rich Freedom by Design. And today, guess what, guys? When is it? It's Friday. And what does that mean? It's hot seat coaching time. Okay, like this is the real deal. This is where we show you how to make money online, how to build a business successfully, and we take questions from people on how to build their business effectively because some people, actually most people, they get stuck with their business and they really don't have any answers. So what we did was we put this together for you so that way you could actually get the answers that you need so you can keep moving forward and get your business unstuck. So guys, Anastasia will be with us shortly in just a moment. And let me find out who is with us today. And let me see here. We are on YouTube and we are on Facebook Live as well. And if you wonder why I'm wearing a sweater, guys, it's a little chilly today. The temperature went from like almost 80 degrees yesterday to like down to 40, 50 degrees. And with a lot of wind. So we're definitely feeling, you know, autumn right now. And it's definitely getting a little chillier. So let me find out who is on. Let's see here. Really excited about today, guys, because we love taking questions, really helping people grow their business and things like that. So let me find out. Here we go. Hey, what is happening? Look at this. They're piling on. What's happening? All right. Turn up the fitness. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Tina Brewer, Lamar, and we got more coming, guys. So give a couple minutes for people to get on. And we also do it live on Facebook simultaneously. So let's see what's going on with Facebook. All righty here. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. So now we got Regina. What's happening? Kanisha. Been a while since we've seen Kanisha. And who else is here? Israel de la Paz. Always great to see you, my friend. And let's see. Madeline, Joseph, hello. Tracy Lee, what's going on? George Jolly, always a pleasure. Awesome. All right. So what's this? What's this? What was that? Keep it up. Keep it up. That's Ace.
What's up, y'all?
That's the one and only
Friday hot
Ace.
seat.
Cool. We have a new guest on our YouTube. We just want to say hello. And you can see right here is Turn Up the Fitness.
How you doing?
So it's just
welcome to the hot seat. Yep.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes, and definitely make sure that you cut off all distractions at the moment because you know what we like? We like engagement because that's what the hot seat's all about is to literally get you guys engaged with us. So let's, you know, we here, okay? We here one-on-one. So you guys are able to send us a message in the chat with your questions. I know I got a series of questions from Ida right before we started, so we're going to answer her questions and she sent it to us.
Good.
But yeah, guys, my name is Anastasia Hall, better known as Coach Ace, yours truly, and I want to get a couple of shout outs here. And we have Kanisha Sharice. How you doing, girl? Good to see you.
Regina. Been a while since we've seen her, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
You know, people still working.
Yes.
Hey, they're not like us, man. They still working.
They still got their job. I know.
You know what that means?
I totally get it.
We got more work to do, don't we?
We got to wake up more people.
We got to wake them up. They got to do some work so they don't have to fire. They're going to fire that boss.
Yep.
What we got here? Regina Turner. Hello, Regina. Israel de la Paz. Good to see you. And Mandy Priano. And also, shout out to your husband, Pete. Welcome, Pete.
What's up, Pete?
Shout out to Pete. We have Madeline Joseph. All right, Madeline Joseph. Good to see you as well. Tracy Lee. And Joyce Jolly. And keep on coming, guys. Keep on coming. Share this out. Share, because sharing is what? Sharing is caring.
And now we know that YouTube, they give hearts. So everybody, Facebook, YouTube, man, let's get some hearts.
Hearts and everything.
We love hearts.
You know what I saw a couple days ago? We were getting a lot of comments, which we do appreciate your comments,
yes,
you know.
Yes.
And we've been very busy, but we have been getting back to you with replies. And someone said on YouTube, one of our subscribers, our newest subscribers, said, I like watching and I like the questions, but I like the answers even better.
Ooh, that's good.
They said they like the answers even better.
We got a lot more where that came from.
Hey, it all diversifies for what you actually are going to ask us because some people ask us all types of questions, not just business. Some people just ask us questions about me and Rich. I mean, it's the hot seat. It's uncensored, it's uncut, and it's definitely going to come platinum. It's coming to you straight up the way it is. And so if you ask us a question and, you know, it don't make sense, we want to let you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So this is how this works. Basically, most of you guys are in business. You guys have some type of home-based business that you've been involved in for quite some time. And whether it be online business or offline business, we take them all. We take them online, offline. But really, more specifically, the home-based business industry is the one that we have our experience with. And so that involves direct sales, that involves network marketing, that involves, affiliate marketing, and also top tier. So that involves that collaborative umbrella. So we can help you with that. If you start asking the questions like Amazon, eBay, and e-commerce, that's not for us.
Well, I mean, you could still use the strategies and tactics that we talk about, because if you're trying to build a customer database with Amazon, with e-commerce,
then that applies.
It's nice to really build a list and build a nice solid foundation of relationships to sell those products, because once they trust you, okay, they're going to buy from you. And it's all about building that relationship, guys. Because more and more people are buying from people who they know, like, and trust.
Right.
I mean, think about it. You're on YouTube, you're watching people, they're doing reviews, or they're just talking about something, and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to buy from that person. Took the time to really talk about it, share their knowledge, share their wisdom, or just share information in general.
Exactly. Yeah. And then on top of that, some people ask us questions about, what we do, how we build our business from 0 to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, how we were able to do that, going from the situation state that we were in, where we had no money, and how we did it from scratch. And making $10,000 a month and like up to 20, 40 and beyond.
You mean like Motel 6?
Yeah, I remember Motel 6.
Yeah, Motel 6.
That will stay in your memory no matter what. You never forget where it happened and where it come from, and we never forget how we did it to get there. So guys, go ahead and ask your questions. We're gonna go ahead and answer the first one that was submitted prior to the start of the hot seat. It is submitted from Ida Trinaski. I can't even pronounce her last name. I apologize, but I did make an attempt.
Exactly.
Ida is a member, and she has a couple questions here. I'm looking. If you open up a new tab and look underneath the flyer, she put it right underneath there, Rich.
In Facebook?
Okay, so go to our profile.
Okay, hold on.
And then look at the post. Right there. Below. Keep going. Go. Right there. Let's see. It'll probably be on the next one.
Okay.
Try, hang on. I know where she put it.
Different place, right?
Yeah, most likely.
So while we're doing this, guys, get your questions ready. Get them lined up. It's about to go down.
Yeah.
All right.
We have groups everywhere. So if you guys are seeing us in Wake Up and Prosper, how you doing, Wake Up Prosper members?
Hey, Wake Up Prosper. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, you guys are seeing it here too.
You guys are ready to wake up and prosper?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Oh, I had it. I don't know where it is now. She submitted it for me.
Well, we'll get to it. Let's take the other questions and we'll get back to it.
Right. We'll get to it.
Yeah. So let's look over here, guys. So YouTube, any questions on YouTube yet? I don't know if I see any.
Yep. Go ahead and put a Q. That's the way we roll. Put a Q and then your question, okay?
Yep, definitely helps when you have the
But we want to give everybody a turn. So if you're going to ask multiple questions in your post and you put them all on one shot, we can answer it that way. That way we're not scrolling down looking for it. So think first, seriously, where you're stuck at so that we can help you get unstuck. And a lot of times we may have to go to the screen, and Rich likes to do over-the-shoulder demos if we need to.
Yep. So anyways, let's see. We got Turn Up the Fitness. She's new, or he's new. I don't know if it's he or she. But I will say that make sure you put a Q next to your questions.
Yep,
now, you have something to do with funnels. Be a little specific on that question. Let me know what you want to know about funnels.
Yeah, who, what, where, when, why, and how. Use that format.
I can help you out with that.
That'll make it easier for us to answer. All right, let me take a look.
Manny Priano says, she got Q. My biggest concern just starting out is being able to teach and coach my team. What can we do in the beginning since we do not know as much? Well, you got to think about like how far you've come along so far, okay? You've learned some certain skill sets. You're just beginning. These skill sets are really important knowledge for you to really obtain, and then that knowledge that you know that you've learned over the last month, 2 months, understand that that is knowledge and value you can share with your audience.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
Because in this internet space, we're always building an audience. We're always, communicating, giving value to that audience, right? This is how they trust you, and then they'll buy from you once they trust you. They're not going to buy from you unless they trust you, right? So never say that, like you don't know much or stuff like that, because reality is like what you've learned over the last month or so is really some high value stuff. So I would go back and just brush up, and you know, you've taken action on the things that we told you to do, and you're on your way. So, you know, teach people what you've learned, because what's going to happen is you're going to be able to stick out in the marketplace, and people are going to look at you like you're the leader, you're the one with authority, and they're going to pay attention to you. Okay, that's the importance.
Let me have that.
What?
The marker.
Marker. Okay.
Mandy, the one that holds the marker makes the what? The one who remembers from last class. The one who holds the marker makes the what? Let me see it. Type in the chat if you guys were paying attention. Guys, we've been doing the hot seat for a long, long time. I've talked about this analogy. The one who holds the marker that is doing the teaching makes the money.
Exactly.
So you need to make sure that when you, that's right, girl, what you do is, you know, don't overthink it. When you are learning from what we're teaching you as your mentors, you go out and take little tidbits and you make short, detailed videos and do overviews. And when people are watching you, they will see you. And thank you for the hearts and the likes. They will see you as the authority. Okay?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Put that
So,
over there.
next question I see from...
There was one up there. You just missed it.
Hold on, we go back and forth. Steve Brown, let's see, quoting Barney Ace? What?
Am I quoting Barney?
No, but he said, how do you handle people who are already in another deal?
Whoa, okay.
That's a very, very good question.
How do you handle people who are in another deal? Well, you know, we've been in the industry for a long time, and we've bumped into people who are already happy with their current opportunity, and they're not looking to leave it, but we found two major problems that they do deal with, and we want to find that out. So, Steve, you need to ask questions to that individual, and I would say, you know, are you looking for another opportunity to create capital, or are you looking for an opportunity to learn how to generate leads? Mm-hmm. Because most people who are involved already in an opportunity, they're happy with the opportunity and they're sold on it, but the problem is they're missing two things. They're missing capital because they don't have money for traffic and they don't have money to advertise that business, and on top of that, they have no clue how to generate their own leads. So they're not even building a list.
Exactly.
So since you already know these two things that most marketers that are already in another opportunity have to face, find out if that's a weak area that they're dealing with. Maybe they already know how to generate leads, but they lack the other. They're not making sales. So now you come in and you got to find out a little bit more about what is it that you can fulfill their need by solving a major problem that they're dealing with. Perhaps they have no idea how to brand themselves and how to stand out in the marketplace because they're too busy promoting that opportunity, that name, that company, that thing, that flagship product, and they're not focusing on themselves so they can stand out in the marketplace and they can attract the right people to their business. Now, so you got to learn how to ask the questions. Yeah.
What you're saying is, you know, I agree with you 100% because, you know, if we're not finding out what their problems are, what their needs are, it's going to be very hard to really serve that person, right?
It is.
So by asking the questions of like, you know, how long you've been doing your deal for, okay? What kind of tactics have you been running with your business?
Yes.
Okay? And then they're going to tell you, well, I tried doing this, but it's not working. Okay, and then you can just answer them like, well, this is the reason why it's not working. It's because you haven't really focused on the activities necessary to grow your business. You see, guys, when it comes to, and this is good for you to Turn Up Fitness, because I want you to hear this. When it comes to running a business online, whether you're selling personal development, whether you're starting personal training, whether you're selling any internet marketing affiliate, okay, it doesn't matter. The point is, we must give what people are looking for, okay, to serve them better. So if they're looking to, you know, how to build funnels, well, we teach them, you know, a different area on how to build funnels. And we're teaching them how to generate leads. Well, we need to teach them more about target marketing. And this is good for you also, Turn Up Fitness, because if, let's say you are doing personal training, okay? You have to really understand your market very well. And how do you understand your market? You have to go out there and you have to figure out who are the leaders in my space, which is my competition.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And see, people don't know this stuff, and this is why they struggle, because they try to reinvent the wheel. They'll say, "I want to be different. I want to be unique. I want to, you know, do what nobody else has done." No, that's not what you want to do in a competitive market space. What you want to do is study your competitors, okay? Look at what they're doing, model after what they're doing, okay? And guess what? Then you will actually get results. It's that simple. If you try to reinvent the wheel, you're taking the long way, all right? You don't want to do that. So when I talk to somebody and someone is, on another deal, I'll say, okay, well, how long have you been doing it for? What are your results? What have you tried? What are you doing? I need to know what you're doing.
Yes.
So I can tell you if you're doing something right or wrong.
Right.
Or maybe you're doing this half right, but maybe this part's wrong.
You got to find out what's the hole in their boat.
And the only way I'm going to find out if I keep asking questions and dig a little deeper into what they're doing. I don't care about my deal. I don't care about selling my stuff.
Right.
When it comes to building a relationship, I want to find out more about that person.
Yes.
What can I do to serve them? What can I do to help them stop struggling?
Yeah.
That's what my focus is. This is why I've been serving, I've been doing this for years, right? And I still make money online because I'm always serving their needs. Not my needs, their needs, right? So if I'm looking at competitors, let's say, personal development, right? Or personal training, I'm going to go exactly to the leader in that space. And I'm going to study their YouTube channel. I'm going to get on their list. I'm going to figure out how they're creating the funnel. Well, are they giving an ebook away? Are they, and the person that's coming to you, Steve, maybe don't even know this stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't understand marketing. And here's another problem. The problem with a lot of people is when they get stuck in their deal, they're so married to it that they forgot to build a business.
Good answer.
And building a business doesn't mean building your deal.
That's so
Building
true.
your business is serving someone else's needs. That is the true business of internet marketing. Okay? So, and here's a little tip for you, Turn Up Fitness. Go to the top 5 people in your marketing space who know they got millions of subscribers. You want to be just like them. You want to model after them. Get on their list and start creating tutorials and tips exactly how they're doing. And learn to serve, and then the money will follow.
Yes, I always operate my business with a place of service because in this industry, I serve. That's what I do. I serve my members. I serve my community.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm always giving back.
Yes,
I'm always giving back. And there's something along with the law of success about giving back that you must understand when you become an entrepreneur, especially in the digital economy. There's something that has shifted with the way we do business today, isn't it, folks?
The market is definitely shifting.
Changing.
Yeah,
it's changing.
A lot more people are looking for more down-to-earth people, right?
Yes,
They're not looking for the suit and tie guy or suit and tie girl or the professional. In the beginning, but now it's more about average, down-to-earth,
Yes.
And just because someone dresses like this doesn't mean they're successful. That's where the market is right now.
Exactly.
Okay?
And you're seeing more revenue coming into average people who are actually taking the bull by the horns and doing YouTube video marketing so that they can be more competition. So now today's economy, the digital economy, if you guys don't know what the digital economy is, look it up.
Yeah.
The digital economy that we are in right now with digital technology, how average Joes can literally brand themselves they can compete against $400 million companies and get better customers with loyalty following and make sure they have customers that are buying from them each and every single time. Rather they buy from a YouTuber than buying from a big box store.
You know why? Because the corporations are shaking in their boots.
And they're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, because they're shaking their boots because they don't really understand the relationship aspect. All they remember is the way they used to do business. But now that we're in this digital economy, okay? It's all about being of service. And you know who said it best? Is Gary Vaynerchuk with the thank you economy.
That's it.
Okay? You got to give. You got to give. This is a business of giving and giving. And then before you know it, you build your brand, you'll build your audience, your following, and then you can give them something for free of value, and then you could offer them something paid. Okay.
So I'm just checking something here because, real quick. Ida is here, and she just said that she did send it. So I'm just trying to find it now, real quick. Hang on, guys. I have somebody here.
Okay, so let me look at the next question here.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're welcome, Turn Up Fitness.
Yeah.
And Steve Brown as well. You're welcome, too.
I found it. There it is.
Just find out more about that person, Steve Brown, and find out what they're doing. And keep asking questions. And you'll dig it out. You'll dig it out.
Keep watching the hot seat, too. You're going to learn a lot. Okay, there she is right there. This is from Ida. We found her question. Okay. Ida, you're listening. Here we go. All right. So, Asa Rich, I have a meeting with my boss at the moment, but I have a few questions. So, my first question is, the email that you showed us on Wednesday to tell a story and then a sale pitch. How do you tie the sale without being too pushy? And then, okay, yeah.
Let me take care of this question first. In the email, it's not like you have to be like, you know, buy this here, click here to buy this here. You don't do that. What you do is you just create a natural, you know, a one-liner, and then you hyperlink that into an offer. It's called indirectly selling. So you're not blatantly selling, but people just like to click on links in emails. So they'll click on the link, they'll go to an offer, and if they're ready to purchase, after you know, you've been giving them value, telling them stories, and sharing wisdom, then they're going to buy from you because they trust you, right? So you don't have to worry about, you know, and people get this all wrong. They feel like in that email, the AM email, they feel like they have to, you know, sell.
No.
The reality is you don't really have to sell. All you have to do is just send them to a link to an offer after you actually give them the story, okay? Sometimes, like, we don't sell in our AM emails, but in the PM emails, we sell because it's just very short, straight to the point, and punchy. But now, what do you think about this?
I think that's a good answer, and just the way to do it is you want to think of how direct response marketing works, right? You don't want to make it so blatantly obvious, like you said, but what I like to do, some of the tricks of the trade I can share with you, and I'll be talking to you more in Reno, okay? We'll be talking more about this in Reno. But for everybody here who's watching on the hot seat, we definitely want to give you the goods. So first of all, you want to do it by hyperlinking certain words. So if you're writing about a specific event, you want to make sure that the keyword itself is highlighted without saying, hey, click here. You can just highlight it and let it stand out. Because you see what happens is if over time, you're training your leads to click. You're training your subscribers to click. And if you haven't done that, then you need more practice in sending more, you know, broadcasts out to get them to learn how to click on your stuff. So that way they obviously are looking for the places to click on. They're not looking for the click here. They're looking for like little hidden Easter eggs in your emails. And those Easter eggs in your emails are going to like stand out, and what they're going to do is going to pull them in, and it magnetically tells them, hey, click me. And then it takes them to wherever your offer is.
And one of the things that I can give you advice on is, you know, when it comes to, let's talk about PM for a second, the short emails, pitchy, you know, buy my stuff. What I would do is, and I told Anastasia this the other day, I said, make sure whatever offer you're sending them to, in that email, use some of the words from that page that you're sending them to, so it's congruent, so it matches. That helps create more of a conversion, a sale, right? When you actually use some of the words from the page you're sending them to. So there's an offer you're sending them to, make sure some of those words are in that email, hyperlink, boom, and they go to it, oh, it says the same thing, it's congruent, it makes sense to them, because if it doesn't, then there'll be a disconnect.
Yeah, and you don't want that disconnect because then they come off. It's a big turn off.
Exactly.
Right, totally true. Okay, the next question that Ida said was, where or how can I double check that my legacy series are automated and working?
Okay, when it comes to the automation portion of it, you need AW Pro Tools if you're using Aweber, right? So when it comes to automating your list, you have to make sure that when you have your follow-up, which is your soap series, that's to get to know who you are, okay? They're going to be moved over into another list called your broadcast list, right? We got a primary list, right? So it's Ida's primary list, Ida's broadcast list, right? So with AW Pro Tools, it finishes the follow-up series in that primary list and it moves them over to a broadcast list automatically. Now, why is that powerful? Because we know not everybody's going to open up your emails, right? But the people that go through all 5 emails, they're pretty qualified to head over to that broadcast list, right? So that means they're paying attention more. Those are people we want on our list. We don't want the people that are not opening our emails, okay? So what you can do is make sure that you opt into your list, your own list, okay?
Yes.
And you can see the emails you're getting, and then see when you broadcast, are you getting those emails as well, okay?
Yes.
I mean, in class, if you want, let me know, remind me, and next week I'll take a look at yours, and I can just see if it's working properly, okay?
And the reason why we're doing that is because she's MTI.
She's MTI.
MTI members get that kind of a treatment.
Yep.
So last question for her is, if I'm a part of MTI, here she goes, is it possible to already try selling PLS? Thanks, and can't wait to meet you guys in Reno.
Take care. Turn Up Fitness. Nice to see you.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
So since she's MTI, is it possible for her to sell PLS? Absolutely.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Matter of fact, we have to get together because I have to make sure that I get you situated for your traffic run and things like that. So
there you have it.
People who are MTI or above, and
you still got to get together with everyone, right?
Yeah, I'm taking care of pros first and saying after I'm done with that list, I'm moving over to the
MTIs.
PLS side.
Yes.
And taking care of the MTI side.
So you'll be on that list too.
Yep, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We got you covered.
All right, cool. So let me close that out. We are done with Ida, and let's go into the live.
Okay.
And I'm going to see here some questions. Hold on, because there was some skipped here.
Yeah.
Oh, pause it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah.
Here, go ahead, do that.
Yeah, I always pause it or make sure this is down.
Yep. Got that? Okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
Is it paused?
No, for some reason not pausing. That's fine.
Okay.
That's all good.
Okay, cool, because I don't want to skip anybody.
Yep.
Joyce Jolly Q, when we share, what can we post as to what we're sharing, and how can Facebook reach out to me for more info? I think you're referring to the button that's the call to action button on a fan page. You can't do that on a profile. Your profile is not for you to sell. Okay? One of the rules with the algorithms with Facebook is this. You can do whatever you want, post links, buy my stuff, promote, all that shit, and you can do it on your fan page that you admin and created or your own Facebook group, because that's your group, that's your community, that's your members. You can market to them if you want, right? But on your profile, this is where you literally got to be very careful because you don't want to get your account banned, okay? The things that you post should be interesting, should be entertainment, should be stuff that is all about traction marketing, okay? Literally, if you look at our profile, okay, I've been, for the past couple of weeks now, been experimenting and trying to crack the algorithm with Facebook. And I am doing a damn good job about it because I've gotten my engagement from like literally like 1 to 3 people up to like 100 now. So when I'm seeing that kind of an impact, that means I'm doing something right. So with that, you want to post, you know, success quotes on specific days. We like Motivation Mondays, don't we? So you can use that as your theme for the day.
Yep.
It can be Motivation Monday or Mindset Monday, Joyce, and put a quote up, you know, and say, hey, you know, check this out. You put a quote. I just learned this quote, and be creative. You know, I'm pretty sure you read a lot of books because you always ask me about books. Go in there and read a paragraph and take a little portion. And here's another thing I want to tell you. Don't make it so long. Okay? Don't make it so long. And the reason why I'm saying this is because in your regular profile, back then in the old Facebook algorithm, it was fine to put long posts. Not anymore. You need to put short posts to the point where it doesn't say see more so that the person can click. Now, why am I saying that? The reason why is because you're not going to be able to reach your following and the news feed is not going to be shown.
That's true.
They're not going to see your post. So you could have 5,000 people on your friends list, and if you're putting long posts all the time on your profile, ain't nobody engaging, Facebook's not going to give you the time of day or the eye candy points.
That's true.
You're not going to get eye candy points. So I get eye candy points because I'm putting short sentences. And if you look at my profile, you will see a lot of posts that I've put throughout the week. I post once a day. Not like I don't go crazy like everybody else. I do once a day because I'm in the middle of testing and it's working. So by doing that, you're putting just one paraphrase, whether it be a good morning quote, a good evening quote, a good afternoon quote. You know, you want to use something that'll create some kind of engagement. And what this will do is it will pique people's interest and you'll get your following to engage. Now, if you're not getting engagement, that's another story, okay? And when you go to Reno, I'll share with you that secret. All right? So make sure you're posting things that are interesting. I mean, look, one day I went to Starbucks, and I think this was the time where Oprah was putting quotes on, and the Starbucks, I think it was Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. It might have been Dunkin' Donuts. No, it might have been Starbucks. It was one of them. Shit, I drink coffee. The actual cup holder had a quote by Oprah Winfrey. Okay? And what I did was I took my phone and I took
that
a
was
screen.
Starbucks.
That was Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Starbucks. And I took a picture of my hand
Oprah ain't doing no Dunkin' Donuts.
holding the phone. And what happened was, you're cracking me up. So what happened was I took a picture, Joyce, of me holding, they didn't see my face. It was me holding the cup, pointing the phone towards the quote. And I put it as a Facebook post. That post got a lot of engagement. Why? Because there's a lot of people who know who that influencer is. Oprah Winfrey, right? So if you got Oprah Winfrey, Oprah, okay, putting quotes up there, who do you think I'm actually targeting? Right? So you want to make sure that you're doing stuff that is creative. You see, people are looking at their newsfeed, ladies and gentlemen. They do not want to be bored with the same shit. You need to varietize. You need to find a flavor that matches you and your personality. And make it so interesting that they want to ask you, what is it that you do? You don't all the time have to tell them that you're in business. You don't have to focus all the time on selling. Because people hate to be sold to, but they love to buy.
Yes, that's true.
All right? So that's the answer to your question.
Back to YouTube.
Okay, let's go to YouTube. We have to bounce back and forth, but good question, Joyce. Okay, so Diane Robbins says, Q, have y'all found a really good book for Instagram yet? Like, as good as Tube Ritual is for YouTube, that kind of a book. Our mentor, Greg Davison, did say that there is a book for Instagram.
Yeah,
those of you who are in Top Gun probably need to watch the replay on that. I think Diane Robin, if you go to the replay, he did mention it on one of the recordings. So go back into the Top Gun Academy group and look at that replay and find out where he's showing all his books. He has the Instagram book, and since we've only been like what two days into the training for Instagram training, it should be there.
Yeah, this will be the third week.
This will be the third week. Yeah. So Tomorrow's class. Top Gun is class. Yeah. So there you go. Go back to the recording and you should find it in there. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the name of it, so I can't tell you offhand, but I also don't want to give you the wrong answer either. So definitely go to the recording and you should find it there in the group. Okay, now, Kanisha, question. Do you guys believe in law of attraction in the world? We do believe in law of attraction. I think we touched base on this before, you know, and there's a reason that a lot of us kind of misconstrue the law of attraction, okay? And I told you this before, there is a delay in the universe for a reason. When it comes to the law of attraction, people really get confused by watching and reading the book The Secret, and then they go, oh, the law of attraction, I'm into the law of attraction. Well, do you really know how the freaking thing works? Do you really understand it? You see, if you don't put it to practice what you're learning, it's not going to work.
I like the way Bob Proctor really explains the law of attraction.
Yes.
It's not like this mystical.
It's not.
Like, you know, I mean, it's part of it. I mean, I do believe in metaphysics and everything. Yeah. But I will say that there's another portion of it that people really are not really talking about.
Exactly.
And that's the do part. You know what I mean? If you're trying to create energy in the space of the universe, energy begets energy. So you got to create that energy as you're moving forward and taking action on the energy. You're going to attract the more of what you're pushing out there. And let's say you're sitting here and you're wishing and hoping and you know, like trying to meditate, you know, your way to riches. Right. That's half the battle. I would do that because there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's very effective, but that alone is not going to work. Here's the power of the law of attraction. When you apply that method, okay, you know, and doing the metaphysics and everything else like that, you're going to start going into action mode at the same time. When you do that, you start getting in around the world and you start, you know, acknowledging things, seeing what's out there besides your own home environment, okay? When you get out there, you start to attract different circumstances in your life because you're putting yourself in that position to attract those things. Right? Like for us, you know, like, you know, we're talking on stage now, we're mentoring people, we're traveling, we go to Hawaii, we go to Arizona, we go to Vegas, now we're going to Reno, you know, the Caribbean, Florida, like the list goes on and on. We're traveling all over the place, right? And it's because in the beginning, I said that I want to do this. You know, 2008, I started this journey, guys, internet marketing, right? And what was the number one reason I got started? I told myself, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to travel. Now, fast forward, it's what, 2018, we've been traveling like crazy. Even prior to that, I've been traveling like crazy, right? So I got exactly what I asked for. Isn't that interesting? I got exactly what I asked for and more. Well, because the reason why is because I chose to step outside being uncomfortable and get away from my environment where I'm living and step away from this environment and realize there's a lot more out there to attract that we want. You see, when people try to attract something, they have to really put themselves out there to attract what they really want. It's like the same scenario like getting a car. You're not going to attract the car just by thinking about a car. You got to get to the dealership, test drive it, see what it feels like, you know, and create that energy around your body, because what's going to happen is you're going to start to feel really good internally because you really felt it, okay? Right. And then you're going to start taking action on attaining it.
Right.
Because it's so strong because you step outside of your environment to go to attract what you want to attract. People need to realize that. Law of attraction is, that's why the movie The Secret, it was, for me, and I'm going to say this is a little rant, Rhonda Burns, she's a genius. She is a freaking genius.
Marketing genius.
Okay, marketing genius.
Mm-hmm.
Because she sold something that was like
already here,
like a sales catalog. Like, okay, I'm gonna wish for this, I'm gonna wish for that, and people ate it up. People ate that shit up.
Y'all soaked that shit up.
And you know what? The reality is that's half the battle.
Yep.
It's half the battle.
And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let me interject, and then we got to go for the rest of the questions. We got like 7 people coming on now, real quick with questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you read the Bible, okay, like Jim Rome says, I'm an amateur on the Bible, but there's some things that actually stand out to me that I did read. Okay, it was already here to begin with. Okay, the law of attraction. Okay, the good book does not say tell and receive, right? It doesn't say tell and receive. It says ask and you shall receive. Hello, right? So what is in the asking? The believing. Don't miss that part when it comes to law of attraction.
Yep.
Ask, believe, and you shall receive. Therefore, it was right there in the Bible, and it said that it was asking. That means you have to take a action.
And I talked about that yesterday. Like, I talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
If you don't believe,
Right.
how are you supposed to take action on something you don't believe?
Exactly.
Most people, when they don't take action, is because they have a limiting beliefs about themselves or what they're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, everybody say amen, Ace. I know, don't get me to preach now. But yes, that is so true. Okay, so good question. And, you know, Rich can be all day long on law of attraction. Let me tell you, he's metaphysical. He's all into that. Okay. Let's see. Israel de La Paz. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Okay. Latin brother from another mother. Here we go. Q, do you know if the new sand funnel available yet? It's not yet.
It's on a delay because the guy that was supposed to actually finalize it, he's on a delay right now. I guess he ran into some problems.
They're making tweaks.
Yeah, they're making tweaks right now.
They're making tweaks, but you should hear something soon.
Yeah.
Yep. Just be patient. Spencer Bell says, hello, Ace and Rich. How you doing? Okay. Mandy Priano says, my biggest concern just starting out is being able to teach and coach my team. Oh, we already answered that. You already answered that. Tracy Lee, can we use the new funnels from SAN in PLS and MTI, etc.?
You can mix up anything you want. I mean, it's all your creative, juices, what you want to create. I mean, I've created funnels in PLS for SAN. I mean, I saw some funnels there. I just converted over and made it into SAN funnel, and I've actually gotten some results from them. You know, not better than the funnel I have going now. So that's good for you, Israel de La Paz.
Yep.
Understand that funnel that I gave you. We have to do a follow-up on that still, okay? I'm getting a private chat going with my SAN pros and above.
Okay.
So.
This is from Mandy's husband, Pete. Pete is curious as to why you do hot seats and other things for free and how that helps build a business. Pete, you're welcome into our world now.
Welcome, Pete.
Welcome. It's time to educate you.
Okay. All right. So we are now in a time when we have the internet. And I want you to think about this for a second. From somebody that's brand new. Look on the internet. What do you see, Pete? Everybody's constantly selling to you from different angles. If you look at the internet, it's a big selling machine. People are selling Amazon, eBay. You get stuff in your inbox to sell. But here's one thing, that the people that make the most money are the ones that are givers. And the reason why is because we are in a thank you economy. And what that means is we're giving value up front. It's called the law of reciprocity. It's a psychological law. And if you read the book, the Influence from Robert C. Cialdini,
yes,
he talks about that. So when you actually give, the person feels the need to reciprocate and give back.
Yes.
That means like when we do an offer, we sell something, they usually buy it because of all the value that we've given. It's a law. Okay?
It is.
And a lot of people really don't understand this because it's just a different way of doing business. Normally back then, traditional businesses, we couldn't compete because they would have the higher budgets to do commercials, you know, with television stations, radio.
And they weren't given.
And that was really out of the average person's reach.
Right.
But since the internet came along and this whole new digital economy just started booming, right?
Everything changed.
And people started branding themselves as their own selves, their own leader.
Yes.
They've learned the strategies and the trainings, more psychological things, and how to give value up front to the individual so they begin to trust, because nobody buys unless they trust someone. Okay, I don't buy from McDonald's because, actually I don't even buy from McDonald's anymore, but what I did before is because I trust McDonald's, because my parents brought me to McDonald's when I was a kid, so I got trust attached to that big M. Okay, so how can you be that big M? You got to give that value. You got to be the one to put the education out there. Okay, and if you think about it, back in the day, what did McDonald's do? They educated you on the ingredients of the burger, right? They used to have little tunes and stuff, and that was psychological. They used to teach you about all the ingredients. Yeah. You know, like you know, hamburger, sesame seed on the sesame seed bun, or you know, whatever. I forgot the song and the tune, but they did that psychologically because they wanted to educate you on what the burger has. So now, it's no different than you being an internet marketer. No matter what you're selling, it doesn't have to be this. It could be fitness. It could be anything else. You're giving your knowledge and your value. So the more you invest in yourself, it does take money to invest in yourself to learn the education, just like college, right?
Yes.
We have to feed ourselves with this knowledge, our intellectual capital. The stronger we get, the more valuable we become, the more we can share that knowledge and that value that people can trust us and want to buy from us.
That's right.
And when they buy from us, we develop strong bonds and you know, build stronger relationships. And here's another key, and this is a bonus, okay? When you actually create a buyer, the buyer is more valuable than actually a new lead coming into the picture. Why? Because that buyer will buy from you more than once. Because once a buyer is always a buyer, will always be a buyer.
Hello.
Okay?
High five.
High five.
Heck yeah. That's it, man. There you go, Pete.
I'm about to confuse you. But yeah, it's just a whole new world.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Catherine Ann. She's like, I'm here. I'm on the hot seat.
Catherine Ann.
Raina says, Q, what comes first when running solo ads? A soap series or a legacy series? They're both the same.
Okay, let me just
break it down, Rich.
Okay, one list. It's gonna be, is it Raina? Raina. Primary list. That's where your follow-up soap series goes. Notice I said follow-up soap series. It's one thing. Now, if they get moved over to a separate list called Raina's broadcast list. Okay?
Hence, separate list.
Yes. Okay?
So that's list number 2.
And you don't put any emails in that broadcast list. That's for live broadcasting.
That's the one that you should be logged into in your AWeber or your autoresponder and broadcasting from.
Yes.
Not your soap series.
Exactly.
Okay? So check your notes. I believe I reviewed your stuff already. Let's see. Marsha Yang, hello.
Hi, Marsha.
Yes, Raina, that's what I just said. Just checked up all your stuff. Look at your notes. I sent you a message on that. Oh, Joyce. Q, can we repurpose some of the content in our soap opera series to Facebook posts to get engagement? If you need ideas, if you need inspiration, you can grab a couple paragraphs.
Yeah.
You don't have to put the whole thing in there.
I would. Okay, here's the thing.
Know?
I would get some ideas from it, but don't copy it. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because what happens if they opt in to your list and they say the same thing?
Exactly.
It's nothing, you know, exciting. So make sure that you get the ideas from it. Like the concept of it is fine, but don't copy it verbatim.
Exactly.
So it keeps it interesting when they opt in your list.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And get into the flow of taking pictures of yourself. I'm gonna tell you why. It's called Facebook. It's called Facebook. I mean, it's for a reason, right?
Yep.
So I get into the habit of having my cell phone with me, and if I'm in the moment, I'm smiling, I'm happy. Like, y'all saw the picture I did with my white hat the other day? Remember that? I took a picture with me. I was in the car with my seatbelt on. Y'all didn't even know. And I had a white hat on, and I took a picture, and I was like, I was in the moment, you know? And then I thought of a quote, and I went and I looked for a quote. Something that with my thoughts of what I was thinking about, and I found a real nice quote that wasn't too long, and I put it right there as my post for the day. And that picture with that quote made people think. And that's another thing. When you post good content on your Facebook and social media, you want to make people think and you want them to interact by engaging. And this is what will give you eye candy points with the new Facebook algorithm, is they'll put you into people's feeds. So they go, oh, Joyce Jolly just posted a new post. And it's getting action, man.
Yes.
It's getting engagement.
Yes.
You got to go and hit that up. And another thing, if you're replying back to that individual who liked that post and commented in a private message, guess what? Facebook's going to give you even more brownie points.
More love.
And they'll push you up in the feed. And this is without you paying for ads and stuff. Isn't that awesome? That's what's great about what's happening right now. See, I keep up on this stuff. And you need to know about this. So interact, engage, post interesting content.
Okay, YouTube, Steve Brown, can you talk about multiple streams of income?
Ooh.
That's where I'm at. It's where you're at, big picture. Okay. There's a misconception about multiple streams of income. Everybody thinks they have to have like all these different offers and try to make money and things like that. Now, it's okay to have more than one offer, long as they link to the main offer. Okay? The reason why I say that is because, you know, my coach, which is Jeffrey Combs, I talk about him a lot because he's really helped me overcome some challenges in the past when I lost my first six-figure business, right? He said that when you are working in a business, all right, make sure that you learn to create your first six-figure income with the first one. Once you do that, you can add a second one. However, if you have something else that connects to the main offer, right? We call that a funded proposal. That's what we use PLS for. It's our funded proposal.
Yes,
so we get paid weekly on that. It creates capital to sustain the back end.
Yes.
I can tell you right now with 100% transparency, 100% honesty here, okay? If we did not have our funded proposal, we would have been dead in the water, period. Number one problem, or two problems we talked about, either you run out of leads, you run out of money, you're done, okay? So we don't want to have that problem. So having a funded proposal in front of your main offer is not really considered multiple streams, even though it is. We just use it as one whole process. Now, do I promote other offers on my list? Of course. Of course. The goal is to make your list more profitable, right? But make sure that it's something you believe in and that it's serving someone and it's not hurting them. That's the way I look at the list, okay? So I would focus on, you know, your main offer, but don't get stuck in trying to build another offer unless it's connected to your main offer. So your goal has to be the one thing, right? Like you have to have a tunnel vision. And on the other side of that tunnel is a bright light, right? So it's like you look at it, like there it is, bright, you know, I got my freedom, I can see it right there. This is my offer I'm working on. I'm only working on that specific area. Now the only thing that I need is a funded proposal. Funded proposal I can put right in front of it, and I could see if I can make more profits in front of my main offer. Now, if I can do that, guess what? We're building a business. That's what I've talked about earlier, right? People forget to understand that we're building a business. We're not just building an affiliate business. We're building a U-Inc business model business. Yes. Okay? So having a funded proposal in front is really crucial, I think. I learned that from the very beginning since 2008 because it helps.
It does.
Really on the profit side for your business, because the goal to really remain in business is to keep creating profit. And if you can get paid a lot faster to create more profit, so that way you can create more leverage in your back-end offer, which is your main offer, then you have a bigger opportunity. But the problem is when people think of multiple streams of income, they look at it as like, okay, I'm going to add this income, I'm going to add this income stream, I'm going to add this income stream. Because, hey, man, wealthy people, they have multiple streams of multiple streams of income. Yes. Wealthy people do have multiple streams of income. However, that type of multiple streams of income is all about investments. That's totally a different world, totally a different game. That's what I've been studying lately, okay? When it comes to business, okay, when you are focusing in your business, if you haven't got the results you're looking for, it's because you're going too wide and you're not staying narrow. Okay? And you have to stay narrow and focused and clear, because the more narrow you stay, and you start not going wide, you start to realize how to do the business.
Yeah.
Right? And if you go too wide, you get overwhelmed, you get confused, you spin your wheels, you get all this steam, all this pent up energy, and it's not moving anywhere. Okay, it's too thin. It's just going out too wide, too many different places.
Right.
So just focus on the one thing, the one activity, and if you have something else, make sure that it's complementing what you're working on. If it's not complementing it, you're doing it the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Hey, Clinton, how you doing? Welcome to the live, bud.
Hey, Clinton. Okay, so Christine Williams says, about following up on sales, how do I set up the email set to, okay, hold on, I'm trying to read that. How do I set up to email, hold on, Rich is moving things around here. He's trying to get me to see it. Hold on a minute, Christine.
Yeah.
Trying to read your question here.
We'll go there.
About following up on sales, how do I set up to email people who buy from me? In what list? In Legacy Series? How will I know they've opened it? Plus, I want to message them on Facebook and connect, but when I look for them in Facebook, there's heaps with the same name. They're not in Facebook. I don't see them. How do I connect to message them? Okay. Slow down.
You got too much going on.
Rule number one, okay? When it comes to follow-up, you don't follow up with your leads on Facebook. Okay? You don't. You only follow up and connect to build relationships with your buyers.
Yeah. Once they take that first initial step,
yes,
then you take the next step.
Right.
Okay?
You have to wait a while because they just got in. Yeah. So I usually do it within the first 24 to 48 hours. That's my rule.
Yep.
Now, when it comes to your Legacy Series, and how do you know if they're opening the email? Well, if you're using a tool like an autoresponder, the data will tell you. It will say who's opening it, and it will show you the actual percentage of your list versus the percentage of opens, and you'll see this. So, Rich, go ahead and demonstrate.
Okay, cool. So right here, as you can see, let me just move it out of the way. I'll make sure that you guys can see it good. Right here, you can see there's percentages of people opening up your emails. Right here, okay? See right there? That's the percentage. Right there. You always want to look at your percentages. You don't have to worry about, like, broadcasting to this list. This is not what it's for. What it's for is just the follow-up, okay? Now, when you go over to your broadcast list, okay? Let's go to our broadcast list. This is the broadcast list here. Let's click on broadcast. This is where we get our data from our broadcast, our live broadcast, okay? This is what we want. This is the data that we're looking for, okay? Now, notice when I went to the broadcast list, okay? Let's go back to my main list. This is the follow-up, right? Let's go to Legacy Follow-Up Series. This is a follow-up series. Now, when I go to the broadcast list, Ace and Rich broadcast list, notice there's no follow-up because it's not meant to follow up. This is a broadcast. You're broadcasting, okay, AM in the morning, PM in the evening. The best thing to do the night before is for you to schedule your emails out so it's done the night before. Trust me, this is the best practice. You always will stay ahead of the game if you create 2 emails and broadcast them the night before for the following day, okay? Very, very simple, all right? You don't have to worry about that, and it's just done. All right, so let's get back to the screen here. All right, hopefully that was helpful to you guys.
Okay, Christine?
All right, let's move on over to
let's
YouTube.
take a look.
Okay.
Okay, no cues there yet. Let's go back to Facebook. I know there's some cues there.
Okay. Tracy Lee says, how often do we change our follow-up series? Now, the follow-up series, like, you don't really change it very often, okay? Like, for me, I'm going to leave it maybe for about a year, and just run it and see how it goes. If I'm getting sales, if it's working the way I want it to work, I'm getting some decent follow-up numbers, then why should I change it? Don't fix what's not broken. Now, however, if I want to test something, then I'll say, okay, well, I'll test this out. I'll try doing, a 5-day follow-up with a different type of style. Okay, like, 7-day, 5-day boot camp or something like that. And I've done that. But I don't do it I didn't do it right away. I mean, yeah, think about it. We had our follow-up for almost 3 years before we decided to change it.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to wait to get the data. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And wait to get the data. So I wouldn't worry about changing and worry about getting the first one done and get some traffic running through it.
Joyce Jolly says, clarity on my question is for sharing this live. What do I, Rich, go back up. You just, when I was reading. What do I say to get people to ask for more info? But your answer on what to post gave me some great tips. I created another personal page where I am posting questions and inspiration stuff from me, ? Okay, so here's the thing. Like I said, you need to really research, and I'll give you a good resource to do this on. You need to research on Pinterest themes, okay? You're looking for hashtag themes. These hashtag themes are just as good as they are on Instagram. They're also good on Facebook. This is how I came up with the Motivation Monday idea. So, hang on a second. Hang on. I got something good for y'all. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Okay.
That was such a sinister laugh. Oh, my God.
Okay. So, my dears. Okay. Theme day. Theme day. I printed this from Pinterest. And this gave me a theme for every day. I'm talking about Monday through Sunday. You can get as creative as you want to be, okay? So that's where the Motivation Monday came from. And I thought about, ooh, I could post something Motivation Monday on Facebook, and it's going to motivate, inspire, encourage, right, the people that are following me without being salesy, right? Because it's not about sales, especially on your personal page, okay? Then on Tuesday, they have something called Marketers Tip Tuesday. Now think about this, Joyce. Listen to me now. Think about this. You learn a valuable tip. Well, you learn a lot of tips with us. But think about just taking just one of those tips every Tuesday, and you could do a Facebook Live video and say, hey, tip of the day from Joyce Jolly, right? You can just come out with it. Or you could write it out and post it. However you want to do it. You can do a Facebook Live on your stuff, or you can mix it up, okay? And then there's a Wednesday, okay? Who's winning Wednesday? Who's not? Think about it. You're asking that question. Who's winning Wednesday? And then comment below. What are you doing that's crushing it this week, this Wednesday? And get engagement like that. Because what this is going to do, it's not so much to focus on the sale. It's piquing people's interests. And what's going to happen is people are going to be like, well, I'm not winning this Wednesday. I like to know how. And then you reach out to them. Right? So people are kind of like actually selling themselves. Okay? And then on Thursday, we can do Throwback Thursday. Put a picture for what you look like back in the 80s. Right? Put an old throwback photograph, you know. Maybe you had a fro. I don't know. Right? I see some throwback pictures of some people, and they told me they got some big afros. And then, you know, now they got some nice straight hair. But, you know, that's a throwback, right? Put a throwback picture
I think
there.
throws are cool, man.
Yeah, I like throwbacks,
yeah.
you know? Do a Throwback Thursday, right? Throwback Thursday, and then all of a sudden, everybody's going to do a Throwback Thursday. Watch. I've been seeing it. It's all in the feed.
Somebody put a picture of me when I was, I think, 19, and I looked at myself, I was like, oh my God. Like, this was like back in my metal days or something. Like, it was weird to look at. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then Fridays is really cool. Now, for those of you who have Fridays, okay, if you really want to increase your likes on your fan pages, then you could do Fan Page Friday. Mm-hmm. Fan Page Friday is really hot because what that does is it has like Fridays where people can like your pages, and that's the only day that people are allowed to see your fan page and like it for whatever reason.
Yep.
And you get new following. And then Saturdays, you can come up with ideas like, I don't know, what is it? Like Sassy Saturdays. Girl, I'll show you got some nice heels, okay? So you can talk about you going to slay a Saturday or you're going to be sassy on a Saturday, but you know, you can throw something nice on and take a nice selfie pic and put it up there. You know, hell, you can use the same photograph on Instagram. Okay? So you can do whatever you want. But listen, go on Pinterest and get this. This is called Theme Day. And watch, you will find things that you can just print out.
There you go.
Like, I got all ideas. I ain't running out of ideas for my post, honey. There you go, right there.
Okay, so next question. I think this is the last one. Yep, last one tonight.
Is it the time?
Yep.
Okay, what we got?
Marsha Yang gets the last one. Did you see my question? I created all the accounts. I'm going to have my website created. Do you have to wait for it's done before solo ad? No, you don't. But Marsha, hold off. Remember, we're working close with you, making sure that your soap series is the way it should be, and making sure that automation is set up so that way it goes to your broadcast list. Okay? Now, is she in PLS? What else is she in?
Ooh, Marsha?
Marsha Yang.
She's pro. Sam.
She's pro. Okay, you're going to go in my private chat group that I'm creating in Skype. And we're going to make sure everybody's on the same page in our team with Stan. Okay, I want to make sure everybody's following what I'm telling them to do so that way they can really get more benefits. Okay, so make sure that, hold off, okay? If you want to create the website, go for it. I mean, run with the horses, man. Just go for it, right? Get your stuff done. But you don't need to wait for that to run a solo ad, but I don't want your run solo ad yet because I have traffic for you, for our team members who are pro or above.
Right.
So you're all set. You're going to be taken very good care of. Great traffic's coming your way. Great leads. You just have to make sure that you don't go too fast, and because we want to make sure that you get the better benefit of your soap series being set up properly, and then your broadcasting is, you're more confident with your broadcasting. Okay? Awesome.
Yeah, so, okay, I know you said the last one, but I'm going to take this one because there's two of them I missed out on, okay? So, real quick, Christine says, what I meant was the buyers. Yes, Ace, the buyers. How do I follow up with buyers? Okay, so when it comes to you getting a buyer, all right, especially for those of you who are in SAN, because that's what we're talking about, right? So, if you're going to connect with the buyer, you want to make sure that you send out the first initial personal email to follow up. Okay, you send out a personal message from your email to that individual's email address that they put on file when they bought the product or service from you. Then you go the extra mile and you go on Facebook and you reach out to them based on their email or phone number, and you can search on Facebook by that information. Most of the times you'll find them, half of the time you won't. Why? Because they're using an email address that's not associated with their Facebook profile, even though they have a profile. They're not going to give you that email because remember, they're opting in. They're cold traffic. So I wouldn't expect them to use their real email anyway. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But that first email is really powerful. And when you use an extension on the browser called mailtrack.io, you can go to the Google Play Store and find it. It's a Google extension. This will download into your extension and it will sync up with your Gmail. So that way, whenever you send out an email to somebody, to anybody, it automatically gives you a receipt of if they opened it and when did they read it. So that is very, very helpful, right? This is why I don't rely on autoresponders to send out personal follow-up messages when I get a buyer. Now, part of this strategy I also share is, let's say you can't find them on Facebook. Well, what do? The sneaky way to do this is go back to your email and send a reply response and say, hey, I sent you an email. Did you get it? You could communicate faster with your buyer by using email personal messages than just trying to go on Facebook and trying to connect with them. The Facebook is just a cherry on the top. Okay? Because there's other mediums you can use other than Facebook, and that's called Skype.
It's just a strategy. The strategy is to really build your own targeted audience, and you have to engage with the audience, and then you sell to the audience, right? These are all methods, formulas, and strategies that work on the internet. Right.
And then Joyce's question, I didn't skip you, Joyce. I'm coming to you. When sharing our hot seats, what do I say to people to ask for more info? Well, first of all, you say, hey guys, I'm watching, my mentors, Ace and Rich, right? And they asked me to share this post. That's it. Keep it simple. You're not trying to sell anything. The whole purpose of you sharing this, okay, is just getting the attention out to see what it is that you're into.
Yeah.
Right? To see what it is you're into. And when you put in the message, hey, I'm watching my mentors, my coaches, Ace and Rich, they're awesome. This is where I get a lot of my training, guys. They're going to share some awesome tricks, and to help, to give back to the community. That's our way of doing it. And if they want more info, you can say, hey, see me for more info. That's fine. You can put that in there. Yeah. But like I said, the real purpose of you sharing is just to get the word out there. But we do not want to, take your leads from you. That's not what this is about. because we have a lot of integrity, we
Yeah.
would say get back to the person who get back to you, because our hot seat is what we do for our own marketing purposes.
Yeah.
This is not something that we use to, you know, take people away from you guys or anything like that. No, not at all. We're just here. This is our way of giving back. This is our way of giving back to you guys and
Yeah.
answering your questions, because we use this for our own marketing purposes. So
Yeah.
if you share this out, you know, and we get sales, don't get disappointed because they're coming here, you know. But
Well,
when you
here's-
share it, you know,
Yeah,
it's
but
giving the
there's-
info out.
We don't have any links.
We have no
or anything.
links.
Yeah.
That's why we keep it clean.
So here's
Yeah.
the thing, guys. As of YouTube, we have a link here for like our,
Except for
it's our
YouTube.
YouTube channel. So I can tell you guys that really you have to understand that
Yeah.
when it comes to, you know, internet marketing, okay, you know, we share knowledge to help you guys really just keep growing your business, because this is a journey that's not going to happen overnight. That's number one.
Yes.
Two, what we like to do is give you our experience and not theory. Okay.
Yes.
So you understand the knowledge and all the crap that we've been through,
Yeah.
so you don't have to go through it. This is why we created our own private inner circle. Okay, it's for our team members, for our business. Okay, and we can help them further. Now we're going a little bit further than that, and people that have actually gone pro and MTI with us, we are taking them underneath our wing. I'm creating a chat. Actually, Anastasia today is going to make the list so that it's organized.
Yeah.
I'm going to create 2 different chats in Skype. So if you don't know how to use Skype and you're on our team, I got news for you. Start learning, okay? Because this is where I'm going to be, you know, conducting some chats and making sure that people are on the same page, okay? And I want to make sure people are following suit. I'm trying to create something we can duplicate together as a team, okay, so we can grow together.
Yeah.
All right, it's great. I know what I'm doing, but if I can help you guys move forward
Yeah.
and teach you as you earn while you learn,
Yes.
it's better off that way. And the only way I can do that is to separate you guys, put you in a chat, and I can say, okay, hey Steve, did you do this yet? Hey Steve, how's this going? Right? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And or if not, you guys are gonna get lost in translation. All right.
Yes.
So I don't want that to happen. This is why we're organizing things like that. Okay. All right, guys. So with that being said, guys, my name is Rich Guzman. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by today.
And my name is Anastasia Holders. Yours truly, Coach Ace.
Coach Ace.
Yeah.
And we are Ace and Rich, Freedom by Design, and this hot seat is a wrap, okay? If you guys think of other questions afterwards, because sometimes it happens, okay?
Yeah, it does.
No worries, no worries, okay?
Mhm.
Because you can leave your questions in the chat, in the comments section, if the idea comes up. It happens a lot. People are like, oh, I should have asked that question. I didn't think about it when it was going on.
Right.
No worries. In the Facebook and in our YouTube, we prefer YouTube with the comments. Leave those questions in the comments, and we'll get back to you guys as soon as we can with those answers.
They're already posting them, man, and we gotta go.
We gotta go. So, all right, guys.
Have a great weekend, everybody. You guys earned it. Enjoy your weekend, and if anything, get some R&R, but definitely.
Donald Powder says how much is pro? Isn't he pro?
He is not.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's not.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about that off the air. Don't worry about it.
Mark already answered him.
Yeah. Well, there's other ways.
There's more to it than that. All right, guys, have a great one. And this was an awesome hot seat. And feel free to reach out to us, okay? And send us a private message in Messenger. And those of you who are posting your questions after we go off the air, no worries, we will get back to you. All right? Have a great weekend, everybody. Be blessed. And we love y'all. Bye.
And this is when we say we are ghosts.
We're ghosts.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.